The Weed of the Week is sponsored by the Enlist Weed Control System from Dow AgroSciences, a new herbicide and trait system that will build on glyphosate.
You work to protect your farm's legacy and to keep it going. Introducing the Enlist Weed Control System, an advanced herbicide and trait system that will build on glyphosate for exceptional control of tough weeds. The next chapter begins.
Our Weed of the Week may be a little bit tricky to you because it's actually a crop. Well, at least it once was a crop. Now we're talking about volunteer winter wheat. Anytime you have winter wheat growing out in your field when you don't want it to be, it can be a problem. Now you could say, well, that's my cover crop for a while, and that's fine to let it go for a little while, but at some point you have to make sure to control that winter wheat. Now the most critical time is likely in the fall. If you're going to seed winter wheat back into that field, you need to leave at least 2 weeks where you completely burn everything off in the field so you eliminate the green bridge. That's where insects or disease from volunteer winter wheat could transmit into that new seeding winter wheat that you had, and you just pass that disease or bug on. So you need to make sure you eliminate that green bridge in the fall. There's a few ways you can control winter wheat at any time of the year. You can use tillage for one. It is an annual plant, so you can wipe it out if you do a good job of tillage. The other thing that's much more common though is just to have a burn down application. Roundup is by far the most popular product, but you have to keep in mind volunteer winter wheat is much tougher to kill than most foxtails. So 8 ounces an acre or something like that is probably not going to cut it. Now in the spring, it's too cold to get Roundup to work well, so you'll have to use a little higher rate of Roundup, probably the 16 to 22 ounces of a 6-pound Roundup. When you get it in crop, like in soybeans for example, you can certainly kill volunteer winter wheat post-emerge with something like Select Max. If you've got Liberty crops, you can certainly use Liberty out there as well. Again, just like Roundup, you'll have to use a little stronger rate than normal to get it under control. That's all for this week's Weed. Iron Talk is coming up next.